Ladies and gentlemen, we talk a lot about success. We post about it. We dream about it. We write it on vision boards. We plaster quotes on our walls. We scroll past glamorous Instagram reels that make it look like the promised land. But there's a truth that doesn't fit on a glossy magazine cover. A truth nobody puts in the hashtag. A truth most people won't tell you until you've learned it the hard way. If you can't handle stress, you can't handle success. Let that sink in, because stress isn't the villain here. Stress is the trainer. Success, that's the heavyweight championship. And you don't get the belt without taking the punches. You don't raise the trophy without surviving the bruises. Tonight, I'm not here to give you the feel-good speech you can scroll past and forget in 5 minutes. I'm here to give you the truth, the kind of truth that doesn't just tickle your ears, it rattles your bones. We live in a culture that whispers in our ear. If you feel stressed, something must be wrong. If you're overwhelmed, exhausted, lying in bed with your mind racing at night, your chest tight in the morning, maybe you're not cut out for it. That's a lie, a beautiful, comfortable, dangerous lie. Because stress doesn't mean you're failing. Stress means you're in the ring. It means you're not up in the stands watching life pass you by. You're in motion. You're swinging. You're pushing at the edges of what you thought you could do. And that edge is where growth lives. Nothing grows without resistance. Muscles don't grow without tension. Diamonds don't form without pressure. And people don't transform without stress. It's not the easy days that shape you. It's the heavy days. The days that press you down until you think you might crack. Those are the days that prepare you to rise higher than you ever imagined. Think of an athlete in the gym, under the bar, lifting more than most people think possible. Their arms shake, sweat pours, every cell in their body screams, stop, but they keep going. Why? Because they know something most people forget. No pressure, no strength. That burn in the muscle, that's not a breakdown. That's the first spark of power. It's the same with life. That anxiety before the interview, that knot in your stomach before a big presentation, that sleepless night before launching your dream, that's not weakness. That's proof you're exactly where you're supposed to be, stretching, reaching, growing. We've got to stop looking at stress like it's a curse. Start seeing it for what it is, a teacher. Because every time life drops weight onto your shoulders, you have two choices: collapse under it or rise through it. And here's the secret: the more you face it, the stronger you get. Stress introduces you to parts of yourself you didn't know were there. It summons your grit. It calls out your patience. It tests your fight. I know a man who started with nothing but a dream and a borrowed laptop. His first months in business, pure chaos, rejections, unpaid bills, doubt from everyone around him. Every night, he stared at his screen, stress eating him alive. But he didn't quit. He didn't see stress as a stop sign. He saw it as proof. He was alive, proof he was in the game. 2 years later, that business feeds his family, employs people, and changes lives. Every ounce of stress he faced shaped him into the kind of man who could carry that success. We think we want peace. We think we want ease. But what we truly crave is purpose. And purpose carries pressure. If you want a life that matters, you have to carry weight that feels unfair. Because the more purpose you hold, the more stress you'll feel. That's not punishment. That's preparation. Even nature understands this. A seed goes into the soil, and what happens first? Darkness, pressure, the weight of the dirt pressing down. And yet, that pressure cracks the seed open. From that crack, life begins. Without the weight, without the dark, without the stress, nothing grows. Maybe that's you right now. Maybe you're feeling the press. Maybe you're cracking under the weight. Good. That means something new is trying to grow in you. That stress, it's not trying to break you. It's trying to birth something comfort never could. Don't pray the storm away. Learn to walk through it. Breathe in it. Talk to yourself differently when it shows up. Remind yourself, I'm not buried. I'm planted. This pressure isn't punishment. It's my process. When you endure, clarity rises. Vision sharpens. Strength multiplies. The person who went into the fire is never the same as the one who comes out. They come out refined, stronger, built to carry the weight of their own destiny. You see, everybody wants to be successful until they feel what success actually feels like. You see the lights, the applause, the big checks, but you don't see the cost. Success isn't a vacation. It's not all comfort and smiles. It's pressure. It's problems. It's responsibility. heavy responsibility. If you want the crown, you have to take the headaches that come with it. If you want the spotlight, understand, it's not just the shine, it's the heat, it's scrutiny. It's eyes watching your every move, not just to cheer you on, but to find your flaw when you lead. Your people's struggles become your struggles. Their mistakes reflect on your name. You can't clock out emotionally. You can't disappear when it's hard. You must inspire when you're tired, motivate when you're uncertain. Be strong when nobody claps for you. Leadership is lonely, but you asked for success, didn't you? If you want millions, you'll manage millions in problems. You'll lie awake thinking about payroll, taxes, the people whose lives depend on what you built. And when something goes wrong, and it will, they'll look to you. That's success. It's not a dream. It's a demand. Fame. That's not freedom. It's a contract with pressure, money, that doesn't erase problems. It just trades them for bigger ones. And if you're not ready, if you haven't trained for the stress, it will crush you. There's a saying I live by. Lots of people want to ride with you in the limo, but what you want is someone who will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. That came from Oprah Winfrey, a woman who didn't just talk success. She walked through the fire for it. Rejection, betrayal, lawsuits, attacks, not because she was wrong, but because she dared to be right in a world that wasn't ready. She didn't run. She didn't fold. She stood, and she's still standing. Understand this. Success doesn't remove stress. It evolves it. You don't get influence without interference. You don't get tested only when you fail. You get tested more when you win. The higher you climb, the more pressure you face. And stress, it's built into the design of success. It's not a glitch. It's proof you're moving. That's why you have to learn to carry what you once thought would crush you, to breathe with weight on your chest. Because this is what you asked for, isn't it? You ever watched someone climb a mountain, legs shaking, breath ragged, hands gripping cold stone? That's not failure. That's what climbing looks like. Success looks like sweat, like sacrifice, like holding it together when everything inside is falling apart. If you wait for it to feel easy, you'll never touch it. I've seen people walk away from their destiny because they didn't expect the pressure. They thought success was one long celebration, and sure, it has its moments. But every celebration comes wrapped in responsibility. The dream you're building is also building you. So stop romanticizing success like it's soft and shiny. It's gritty, it's messy, it's nights without sleep, choices that isolate you. Moments when you doubt yourself. You keep going because the purpose is bigger than the pain. The calling is louder than the critics. People cheer when you're on top, but they disappear when you're climbing. The climb is stressful, and if you're not ready, you'll mistake stress for a stop sign. But it's not. It's a signal you're on your way to something worth every drop of sweat. And here's the truth. Stress doesn't just reveal who you are. It refines you into who you were meant to be. Because when life squeezes you, whatever's inside comes out. If it's love, patience, and courage, that's what will spill over. If it's bitterness, fear, and doubt, that's what will pour out instead. Pressure strips off the mask. It doesn't care about your resume. It shines a spotlight on your character, not the version you post online, the one who shows up in the dark. And that's the version you need to meet, confront, and strengthen.